What is happening at JGamer Dude here, and are you excited for the next Xbox? Because apparently it is definitely coming, and it is aiming for a 2028 release year or release window as of right now, according to an internal memo sent by Sarah Bond to other members of Xbox, and somehow Windows Central managed to get a hold of the email and managed to verify that it is genuinely by Microsoft, saying that we are moving full speed ahead on our next generation hardware, focused on delivering the biggest technological leap ever in a generation, says Sarah Bond. We are building on our strong history of delivering backwards compatibility to our players, and we remain committed to bringing forward the amazing library of Xbox games for future generations of players to enjoy. I think that's pretty much about it in terms of what was in the actual memo itself, but the plan is for it to release in 2028, which was part of the 2023, I want to say it wasn't really a leak, but documents that were improperly uploaded to the FCC website, because that information then becomes publicly available. So calling it a leak is kind of more like just uploading an article to the internet, but then eventually it will become public knowledge the day after it gets uploaded, so to speak. Or maybe there was actually a screw up on the FCC side, and it was made public for quite literally no reason at all. In saying that, that was in relation to like the circular Xbox model that looked like a cylinder, and that was really about the size of it. In any case, the fact that they're talking about next gen as if like that's going to be their saving grace compared to ditching what they have currently in favor of next time around. However, the focus on older games is all well and good, but the problem with that is that they haven't really done a great job of it, especially with the Xbox 360 games that were playable on Xbox One. There was a very limited number of those, and hell, even original Xbox games, there was only like 8 or 9 of them anyways, and I did actually play one of them on my Xbox One, and there was a great time. I had a lot of fun playing Unreal Championship 2: The Leandri Conflict. Like, that was a very fun time. Just get a few controllers around, 4-player split screen, and it's just an absolute blast. But in saying that, while I'm being critical of Xbox for not having the best track record regarding this, it's equally as bothersome to talk about because no other company is doing anything in regards to it. With Nintendo, they just re-release their old stuff and ask you to pay for it again. They don't actually allow you to move a previous generation's library forward. There is some news that the Switch 2 will allow you to do that, but as of right now, nothing has been confirmed. And with regards to Sony, they are releasing PSP and PS1 games on their highest tier of PlayStation Plus only, or you can buy it separately at an additional cost, which I actually I have the lowest tier of PlayStation Plus because I have way too many games, but those PS1, PSP games that, interest me, I just buy them myself. So with Xbox leaning into the more, trying to keep your library across, that's all well and good if digital ownership had more validity to it, because there are no legal rights regarding it at the moment. Legal rights in the sense that, like, say for example, with the Crew having shut down and now making the game virtually unplayable as an example, that the government can't put Ubisoft to task and be like, look, if you're going to shut down an online only game, make sure that it is at least playable to people who own a copy of the game, if they own a disc, or if they own a digital version at least. Like, there should be that. And digital distribution has also led us to where content in games keep being changed with regards to, say, something like GTA 5. The PS3 version of GTA 5 might actually be the best version of the game to play because it has the entire soundtrack that was originally intended to be on the game at its 1.0 release. Whereas with later releases and later updates to GTA 5 on, say for example the PS4 rather than the PS3/360 version, you would need to update the game, and then some of those songs would disappear, or some cars that were previously available to purchase as a part of GTA Online are now no longer there. A lot of things change across time as long as that game continues to exist. So not just digital distribution, but the fact that content in games can be changed at the whimsy of a publisher. Also the fact that like you can't really revert to a 1.0 release. So keeping your games is all well and good, but there's still so many problems with digital distribution that it still doesn't seem like it's worth considering to be that important, at least as of yet. The gaming industry will eventually be digital only, but I hope that gets slowed down to like the most immense degree it can be, just so we can kind of, drag our feet with discs a little bit longer, or at least for as long as we can. I mean, Xbox has given up the ghost on ever releasing any more physical games moving forward anyways, as they completely let go of their entire physical division as well. So I guess I don't know if this video is supposed to be more about Xbox giving up right now in favor of next generation being the time where they'll actually be able to improve, or the fact that the main thing that they're focusing on is allowing to bring your previous generation of games over, and whether or not they're actually going to allow you to be able to bring over original Xbox or 360 titles, or the fact that even then led into more of a conversation about the fact that digital distribution in general is just kind of a messed up system that needs some legal safeguards put in place in order for there to be at least some level of consumer protections. But then again, I suppose consumer protections hasn't been, like the biggest, best thing across all the different types of products that you can buy as of right now. Who knows about all those sorts of things? But I guess with all of that said, let me know what you guys think about everything that I've talked about in the comments below. I think I've talked about a lot of different things, and you could quite literally go one way or the other. It genuinely doesn't matter. And using The Crew as an example was also another thing about like online only games being shut down, and the fact that their preservation is not viable whatsoever. But I guess that's just kind of me talking about it from my perspective. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.